Hello, this is Doug. In this video, I'll show you how to split text between upper and lower case in Excel. Sometimes you get a file and it's all one column and it looks like that particular value in that column is supposed to be split out, like first name and last name, like this. And you're thinking, how am I going to split this out? There's no delimiters. Well, there is a pattern going on. There's an uppercase and lowercase split. Now to do this in Excel, I'm going to show you two ways to do it. One is going to be the really easy way, and the other is going to be a combination of formulas and functions. I'm going to go with the formula and functions first. You might hate me for that, but hopefully you're going to learn some cool little ways you can combine formulas and functions together for that output. So stick around. I'm going to give you both examples and you'll be amazed at what this can do for you. So here we have an example of a bunch of names smushed together. First and last name is smushed together. And you can see they're separated by the lower and upper cases, at least the first letter of the first name and the first letter of the last name. And I'll step you through a couple functions all combined together that will accomplish this. I'm going to type the row function, and I'm going to use row $65 colon to $90. And it will give me the number, and it's going to spill down the values from 65 all the way to 90 here. And why do we do that? Because I'm going to wrap this into another function. Let's go back into cell B2. Wrap this into another function called char. And char is going to give us the characters of those numbers, right? So the characters of those numbers are all the alphabets, A to Z, in uppercase, right? And so in uppercase, what we need to do is we want to find the uppercase here in this cell. So to do that, let's wrap it into another function, and we're going to wrap it into the find function. And I want to put it in the find function, and I want to find that text or that string of text in this cell, right? Press enter. Whoops, I have to close the parentheses, and Excel was nice enough to close it for me, or suggest it. And it did find a capital letter in the first instance of this word and in the seventh instance of that word, and that's the S, the D and S. And to show you how that works, let's just do the row and $65 colon $90 and whoops, not 980, 90. Wrap it in the character or the char function. Press enter, and you can see that D, yes, it's the first one, number one, and S is the seventh letter here, S right here. So that's how that particular function or combination of function works. So that's what it's doing. And it's spilling down here because Microsoft 365 is smart enough to recognize that it's an array. You'll notice that if you don't have Microsoft 365, you're going to have to type out the full combination of formulas, which you'll see at the end, and press Control-Shift-Enter to initiate or to execute that array function, because that's what it's doing. It's kind of putting this list of values all in memory. So let's go under find, or before find, and we need to wrap this in an if error, because I don't need these values, because all I want is that 1 or 7 right now. So if I see an error, so I'm going to type if error, open parentheses. If I find an error, then just give me back nothing, a blank, or no. Press enter, and now we only have the 1 or the 7 here. So we need to further that now. So we pulled out the numbers of the places where the capitals occur. What do we want to do? We want to find the max. Oh, and one more thing I forgot. In this find function, what I want to do is I want to find these capital letters. I want to find the second instance of the capital letter. So after this A2, I'm going to type 2. And all I'm going to get back is that 7. Press enter. You can see that one disappeared. I want to find the second instance of the capital letter, and that is 7, which is that 7th place there, right? Now I need to wrap this into another function. When it does, it's going to take that array and just put it into one cell. So I'm going to take max and close parentheses, and you see I'll press Control Enter to stay in that cell. All it brings back is a 7. It's not down there anymore. It's in the cell, and now I can use another function called left. And what it's going to do, it's going to take the left, take this text, and where do I want to end? I'll take all the characters that are starting from the left. I want to end at the 7th character, but I don't want to end at that S. I want to end at the before the S. So I have to do a -1. So I'll do -1, close parentheses, press enter. Now I've got that. Double click the fill handle to copy the formula down, And now I've got all my first names here. What if we want to pull out the last name too? Well, we can do that. Control C to copy that, Control V to paste. I'll call this one last. Press enter. Just go into that cell, take that formula, Control C to copy, escape, go into the cell, Control V to paste, and I'm going to use another function called mid. So what's going to do is it's going to start at the middle of this value. I don't need to do that -1 because I don't need to go before that, but I do need that start number. I do need to begin at that 7th place, and let's just say I'll put 200 characters. How many characters do we want to pull out of that after the mid? I'll just say 200, maybe even just 100. I don't think there's going to be any last name that's going to be more than 100 characters. Press enter, okay, and that comes out there. Double click the fill handle, that copies it down. Double click the auto fit here, and now we have a first name, last name that's separated when it all got combined here in this first column. And here's the second way we can do it, and this is using something called flash fill. I mean, the first way it was a magical way, you think about it, if we can use all those functions and formulas and combine them to do it. But this one's actually a lot easier, and it's using flash fill. All we need to do is type the first, and give Excel an example of what we want to do. Type in Daniel, press enter, then we'll type Zikadea. Oh, it figured it out. And wow, you can see that flash fill. You say, hey, you know, these are the first names. These are the ones that are separated by uppercase. Press enter, fills it all out. Same with the last name, S-I-B-A-R-Y, press enter. Let's try it with the second one, Z-E-D-E-K-I-A-H. No, didn't figure that one out. Well, actually I typed in the first name, so let's try S-A-R-T-E-N, press enter. And if that didn't really work out for you, what you can do is you can go up to fill, flash fill, and it figured it out for you. Wow. That was fast instead of typing all those formulas. But if you like the nerdy way of doing it and combining all those formulas and seeing how things work, that's one way. But if you want to do it really, really fast, flash fill is the one for you.
So there you go. Those are the two examples of how to split a word if you've got an uppercase and lowercase in there. Now, flash fill, of course, was the easy way to do it. Even though flash fill was the easier way to do it, hopefully you learn a little bit about the functions or the combination of functions, what you can do, and think about how you can use this in any future type of problems that you've got. Thanks for watching, and to see more videos like this, click the banner at the end.